Imagine this. It's 11 p.m. Your exam starts in 9 hours. You haven't even cracked open the textbook. Your friends are panicking, pulling all-nighters fueled by energy drinks and desperation. But you're calm, because you possess something they don't. A system so effective, so brutally efficient at absorbing and retaining information that it almost feels like you're cheating the system. What I'm about to share with you isn't magic. It's not a pill. It's not even particularly complicated. But it is powerful. So powerful that when you implement these techniques, people will wonder if you've somehow hacked your brain or found an illegal shortcut to mastery. The average student spends hundreds of hours each semester studying. I'm going to show you how to cut that in half, at minimum. And here's the kicker. You'll remember more, understand deeper, and perform better than you ever have before. This isn't about working harder. It's about making the educational system work for you instead of the other way around. It's about understanding how your brain actually processes and stores information, then leveraging that knowledge to create study methods that feel like they should be illegal. They're that effective. Before we begin, I need to warn you. What I'm about to share will challenge everything you think you know about learning. You'll feel resistance. You might even feel like I'm telling you to cheat. I'm not. I'm telling you to become intellectually dangerous, to master information absorption at a level most people don't even know exists. Are you ready to study so fast it feels illegal? Let's begin. Part 1. Understanding the learning machine. Your brain isn't designed to memorize textbooks. It's designed to solve problems and recognize patterns. That's the first fundamental truth you need to accept. When you sit down with a textbook and try to force yourself to remember every detail, you're fighting against your brain's natural operating system. No wonder it feels slow and painful. You're using your Ferrari to plow a field. Let's start by understanding what makes information stick. 1. Emotional connection. Your brain prioritizes information tied to emotional responses. 2. Pattern recognition. Your brain loves finding connections between concepts. 3. Practical application. Information tied to action is stored differently than abstract facts. 4. Spaced repetition. Your brain strengthens neural pathways through strategic revisiting. 5. Sleep consolidation. Critical memory formation happens while you sleep. The traditional study method ignores all 5 of these principles. You read passively, highlight mindlessly, review notes repeatedly, and cram the night before. It's the equivalent of trying to fill a bathtub with a hole in it, inefficient and frustrating. So what's the alternative? I call it the intellectual heist system, because it feels like you're stealing knowledge rather than earning it through painful hours of study. Part 2. The pre-work, the recon. In any great heist, reconnaissance is essential. Before you even touch the main material, do these 3 things. Step 1. The 10-minute survey. Take exactly 10 minutes to survey everything you need to learn. Flip through the textbook chapters. Scan the syllabus. Look at past exams if available. Don't try to understand or memorize anything yet. You're creating a mental map of the territory. During this phase, ask yourself, what are the major themes? What concepts keep appearing? What seems to be emphasized? What are the chapter structures? Your brain is now primed to recognize these elements when you encounter them again. You've created mental hooks to hang information on. Step 2. Outcome identification. Ask yourself with brutal honesty, what do I need to get out of this material? Is it passing an exam? Mastering a skill? Understanding principles? Being able to explain it to others? Different outcomes require different approaches. If you're studying for a multiple-choice test, your strategy should be completely different than if you're preparing to write an essay or solve problems. By identifying your outcome, you cut out 50 to 80% of the material that's irrelevant to your specific goal. This isn't corner cutting, it's strategic focus. Step 3. The compression question. Ask, if I had to explain this entire subject to a smart friend in 5 minutes, what would I absolutely have to include? This question forces your brain to begin the compression process immediately. You're training yourself to distinguish between core concepts and supporting details before you even start the deep work. Write down your answer. It might be wildly incomplete at this stage, that's fine. You'll revise it as you go. Part 3. The extraction method. Now we begin the actual heist, systematically extracting the information you need with surgical precision. Step 1. Prime your brain with questions before reading anything. Write down 5 to 10 questions you expect the material to answer. These questions create information gaps in your mind that your brain will naturally want to fill, dramatically increasing your retention when you encounter the answers. Don't worry if your questions seem basic or wrong. The point is to create mental hooks. For example, if studying cell biology, you might ask, why do cells need membranes? What would happen if mitochondria stopped working? How do cells know when to divide? Step 2. The first pass. 25% speed, 80% comprehension. Now you're going to do something that feels completely wrong. You're going to read the material at 4 times the normal speed. This means Read the first and last sentence of each paragraph only. Study all images, charts, and captions thoroughly. Read all section headings and subheadings. Note any bolded or italicized terms. Your goal is to extract the structural framework of the information, not to understand everything. You're building the skeleton that you'll hang the meat on later. This should take you 25% of the time it would take to read the material normally, yet you'll gain approximately 80% of the conceptual understanding. Step 3. The question extraction. After your first pass, write down all the questions this material seems designed to answer. What problems is it addressing? What confusions is it trying to resolve? For each major section, write one question that section answers. Be specific. For example, rather than "What is photosynthesis?" write "How exactly do plants convert sunlight into chemical energy, and what are the specific compounds involved in this process?" The more precisely you phrase the question, the more efficiently your brain will process the answer. Step 4. The second pass. Targeted extraction. Now go back through the material looking only for answers to your questions. Nothing else. Be ruthless about this. When you find information relevant to your questions, don't highlight or underline. These are passive activities that create an illusion of learning. Instead, use the Cornell note-taking system. Divide your paper into 2 columns. Write the question in the left column. Write the answer in your own words in the right column. Leave space at the bottom for a summary. The act of reformulating the answer in your own words forces your brain to process the information deeply rather than just recognize it.